Like if you think about ChatGPT and Midjourney and all these models, they've basically been trained on years and years of manual labor of storing these data sets and labeling them and doing this intensive grunt work.
Wow, Dinesh, this front-end design looks great.
It doesn't.
Okay, let's start with a hot dog.
Oh, shit.
Jin Yang in this series wants to start a venture-funded company. Pitched this idea to a VC about an app for his favorite seafood recipes. Somehow, in the meeting with the investors, he changed the whole app idea to basically be, you take a picture of a food, it tells you what it is, it gives you kind of all this information about nutrition, stuff like this. Jin Yang built the demo, which uses machine learning basically to identify objects in an image and tell you what is in the image. So that's what they're demoing right now. He just used it on a hot dog, it worked. There's a bunch of different ways you can do this, mainly machine learning and kind of these image detection pieces of software are normally written in Python. There's a lot of tooling and support for doing it in Python. It's possible in other languages. A lot of people use Python for it right now.
Do pizza.
Let's do pizza.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Zach.
Not hot dog?
Wait, what the fuck?
Eh?
I love that Jin Yang is so proud of himself. It's like,
Jin Yang, motherfucker. I gave you the ability to spin gold. Instead, you spun pubic hair.
basically what's happening is Jin Yang built this great like classifier for classifying images, but it needs a lot of training data. A lot of value in these AI and machine learning companies is the data and the massive amount and billions of images and parameters and text associated with the images. He's found like maybe thousands of pictures of hot dogs so that the machine learning model can confidently identify what a hot dog is. But he hasn't done it for any other food. So now he's gonna receive the news that he has to scrape the rest of the internet to find every single picture of a food and label it so this app would actually work. That's a lot of grunt work that no one really ever wants to do. Right now, it's done by leveraging probably something called Amazon AWS Turk. People from poorer economic climates can basically register to be an Amazon Mechanical Turk. They would be a worker sitting at a laptop or a computer. They would be given any image and they would have to label it. So if it was a pear, you'd have to say, this is a pear, it's green, blah, blah, blah. And eventually, over years and years, like if you think about ChatGPT and Midjourney and all these models, they've basically been trained on years and years of manual labor of storing these data sets and labeling them and doing this intensive grunt work. And that's what's taken most of the time, in my opinion, with this kind of AA fad. I don't know what to call it, but fad for lack of a better word, where you're seeing it everywhere now because these data sets have finally become so advanced and so complete that they're able to be used and built upon. Now that that real foundation has been set with data of images, text, words, books. For example, Google has a whole department which is just responsible for people going and scanning every page of a book into a service. And then they run something called OCR on it, which is where they take text out of an image and they can put it into these algorithms, display it online for Google searching. This is a lot of manual effort that has led up to this point of AI and machine learning.
So what he did for hot dogs, he needs to repeat for every food in existence.
No, that's a very boring work. It's a scraping the internet for thousands of food pictures. You can hire someone else.